Namaste everyone. Welcome to fourth lecture of acids, bases and salts. This is Rajesh. In this lecture we are going to discuss about salts. Salts. A salt is a compound formed from an acid by the replacement of hydrogen in the acid by a metal. For example, if we replace the hydrogen of HCl with a metal, say sodium, we get a salt called sodium chloride. Sodium chloride here is an example of salt. How we are getting it? We are getting it by replacement of hydrogen of HCl with a sodium metal. So this is how we get salt. However, in some salts, hydrogen of acid is replaced by ammonium group, as in the case of ammonium chloride. The best known salt is sodium chloride, which usually known as common salt. Salt is a general name and it does not refer only to the sodium chloride. In fact, sodium chloride is just one member of a huge family of compounds called salt. Whenever we are saying salt, we mean we are talking about sodium chloride. But sodium chloride is not the only salt. There are many more salts which we are going to study. Let us see how the salts are formed. Formation of salt. Salts are formed when acids react with bases. First part of the name of salt is derived from the name of base and the second part from the acid. For example, the name of salt sodium chloride comes from sodium hydroxide, a base, and hydrochloric acid. So thus we can say that there are two parents of a salt, an acid and a base. The salts which we derive from hydrochloric acids are called chlorides. Those derived from sulfuric acids are called sulfates. From nitric acid we call them nitrates. Salts of carbonic acids are called carbonates and salts of acetic acids are called acetates. Let us see few examples of salts. Sodium chloride, the formula is NaCl. We can obtain this NaCl in laboratory by the reaction of base NaOH and acid HCl. Calcium chloride is other salt. The formula is CaCl2. Magnesium chloride, MgCl2. Zinc chloride, ZnCl2. These are some chloride salts which we obtain by hydrochloric acid. Now let us see some sulfates. Sodium sulfate, Na2SO4, potassium sulfate, K2SO4, calcium sulfate, CaSO4, magnesium sulfate, MgSO4, aluminum sulfate, Al2SO4 thrice, zinc sulfate, ZnSO4, copper sulfate, CuSO4, ammonium sulfate, NH4 twice SO4. Let us see few nitrates. Sodium nitrate, NaNO3, potassium nitrate, KNO3. Let us see some carbonates. Sodium carbonate, Na2CO3, calcium carbonate, CaCO3, zinc carbonate, ZnCO3. And let us see one more salt, sodium acetate, CH3COONa. These are few important salts. Now salts are mostly solid. They have high melting and boiling point. Salts are usually soluble in water. Just like acids and bases, solution of salts in water conduct electricity. That is, salt are electrolytes. Salts are ionic compound. Every salt consists of positive charged ions, that is cations, and negatively charged ions, that is anions. For example, sodium chloride, it consists of positively charged sodium ion Na plus and negatively charged chloride ions Cl minus. The salts having same positive ions or same negative ions are said to belong a family of salts. For example, sodium chloride and sodium sulfate belong to same family of salt called the sodium salt. Similarly, sodium chloride and potassium chloride belong to the same family of salt called chloride salts because they both contain the same negative charge ion, chloride ion. We have as many families of salt as the positively charged ions and negatively charged ions. Some of the important families of salts are sodium salt, calcium salt, magnesium salt, zinc salt, potassium salt, aluminum salt, copper salt, etc. Now let us discuss the pH of salt solution. As the salt is formed by the reaction between an acid and a base, we expect that solution of salt in water will be a neutral. Though the aqueous solutions of many salts are neutral, that is having a pH of 7, some salts produce acidic or basic solutions when dissolved in water. A salt is formed by the reaction between an acid and a base so we expect that the solution of salt in water will be neutral towards litmus paper, that is having pH 7. Though the aqueous solution of many salts are neutral, having pH 7, some salts produce acidic or basic solution when dissolved in water. When sodium chloride is dissolved in water, it gives us a neutral salt. When ammonium chloride is dissolved in water, it gives us acidic salt. Sodium carbonate, when dissolved in water, it gives us a basic salt. The acidic nature and the basic nature of some salts can be explained on the basis of hydrolysis of salt. Now what is hydrolysis? It is chemical breakdown of compounds when they are dissolved in water. So when we dissolve sodium chloride or when we put sodium chloride in water, this sodium chloride compound, it dissolves, it dissociates in sodium ion and chlorine ion. This is what we refer as hydrolysis. The salt of strong acid and strong base gives neutral solution. For example, sodium chloride, it is formed from hydrochloric acid and sodium hydroxide. Hydrochloric acid is a strong acid and sodium hydroxide is a strong base. Therefore, an aqueous solution of sodium chloride is neutral. Another example of salt which gives a neutral solution is potassium sulfate. It is formed from a strong acid, sulfuric acid, and a strong base, potassium hydroxide. The salt of strong acid and weak base gives acidic solution. Let us take an example of ammonium chloride. Ammonium chloride is a salt of a strong acid, hydrochloric acid, and a weak base, ammonium hydroxide. So an aqueous solution of ammonium chloride is acidic in nature. When we dissolve ammonium chloride in water, it hydrolyzes and gives us ammonium hydroxide and hydrochloric acid. Now as hydrochloric acid is a strong acid, it gets fully ionized in water and gives us large amount of hydrogen ions. On the other hand, ammonium hydroxide is a weak base which is only slightly ionized and gives a small amount of hydroxide ion. Since ammonium chloride solution contains more of hydrogen ions than hydroxide ion, it is acidic in nature. It turns blue litmus red. The salts of weak acids and strong bases gives basic solution. Let us take an example of sodium carbonate. Sodium carbonate, Na2CO3, is a salt of weak acid, carbonic acid, and a strong base, sodium hydroxide. Formula for carbonic acid is H2CO3 and sodium hydroxide is NaOH. So an aqueous solution of sodium carbonate will be basic in nature. When we dissolve sodium carbonate in water, it hydrolyzes and gives sodium hydroxide and carbonic acid. Now sodium hydroxide is a strong base which is fully ionized and gives a large amount of hydroxide ion. On the other hand, carbonic acid is a weak acid which is only slightly ionized and hence gives a small amount of hydrogen ion nature. Since the sodium carbonate solution contains more of hydroxide ion than hydrogen ions, it is basic in nature. It turns red litmus to blue. Another example of salt which gives basic salt is a sodium acetate. It is formed from weak acid, acetic acid, and a strong base, sodium hydroxide. So when salt is formed from a strong acid and a strong base, it is neutral. When it is formed from a strong acid and a weak base, it is acidic in nature. And when it is formed from a strong base and weak acid, it is basic in character. Thus we have understood what is salt, how it is formed, few examples of important salts and their nature, like whether they are acidic, basic or neutral. Now let us discuss common salt, that is NaCl. Sodium chloride can be made in laboratory by combination of sodium hydroxide and hydrochloric acid. So when sodium hydroxide react with hydrochloric acid, it gives us sodium chloride and water. Now we allow water to evaporate and we get sodium chloride. But we are not preparing sodium chloride in this way. This is because sodium chloride is present in nature in abundance. Let us discuss below how we obtain sodium chloride in large amount. We obtain sodium chloride, that is common salt, from seawater by the process of evaporation. We trap seawater in large shallow pools and allow it to stand there. The sun's heat evaporates the water slowly and common salt is left behind. This common salt is impure because it has some other salt mixed in it. It is purified to obtain pure common salt. Common salt can also be obtained from underground deposits. Underground deposits of common salt are found in many parts of the world. The large crystals of common salt found in underground deposits are called rock salts. Rock salts are usually brown due to the presence of impurities in it. Rock salt is mined from the underground deposits just like coal. The rock salt which we dig out today from the earth was formed when the ancient seas dried up by the evaporation thousands of years ago. Now let us see some uses of common salt. We use common salt as a raw material for making large number of useful chemicals in the industry, such as sodium hydroxide, that is also called as caustic soda, sodium carbonate, we also known this as washing soda, sodium hydrogen carbonate, that is baking soda, hydrochloric acid, hydrogen, chlorine, sodium metal, etc. Common salt is used in cooking food. It improves the flavor of food. Sodium chloride is required in our body for working of nervous system, the movement of muscle, and the production of hydrochloric acid in the stomach for digestion of food. Common salt is used as a preservatives in pickles and in curing meat and fish, that is preserving meat and fish. Common salt is used in manufacturing of soap. It is also used to melt ice which collect on the roadside during winter in cold countries. These are few uses of the common salt. The chemicals which we obtain from common salt are sodium hydroxide, bleaching powder, baking soda, washing soda, and plaster of Paris. Let us discuss one by one. Sodium hydroxide. It is also known as caustic soda. The chemical formula of sodium hydroxide is NaOH. When electricity is passed through an aqueous solution of NaCl, it decomposes to form NaOH, that is sodium hydroxide. Brine is the name given to solution of NaCl with water. During electrolysis, chlorine gas is produced at the anode, that is positive electrode. Hydrogen gas is produced at the cathode, that is negative electrode. Sodium hydroxide solution is formed near the cathode. All the three products, that is NaOH, Cl2 and H2, they are all important. So we collect all of them and store them separately. The process of electrolysis of sodium chloride solution is called chlor-alkali process because of the product formed. Chlor for chlorine and alkali for sodium hydroxide. So as chlorine and sodium hydroxide are produced, we call this process as chlor-alkali process. Let us see the uses of these three important products formed one by one. Use of sodium hydroxide. Sodium hydroxide is used for making soaps and detergents. It is also used for making artificial textile fibers such as rayon. Sodium hydroxide is used in the manufacturing of paper. Sodium hydroxide is used in purifying bauxite ore from which aluminum metal is extracted. Sodium hydroxide is used in degreasing metals, oil refining, and making dyes and bleaches. So these are some uses of sodium hydroxide. Let us see the uses of chlorine. Chlorine is used to sterilize drinking water and the water in swimming pools. This is because chlorine is a disinfectant. Chlorine is used in the production of bleaching powder. Chlorine is used in the production of hydrochloric acid. Chlorine is used for making plastics such as polyvinyl chloride, that is PVC, pesticides, chloroform, carbon tetrachloride, paints, and dyestuffs. Chlorine is also used for making solvents for dry cleaning. Finally, let us see the uses of hydrogen. Hydrogen is used in hydrogenation of oils to obtain solid fats called vegetable ghee. It is also called as margarine. Hydrogen is used in the production of hydrochloric acid. Hydrogen is used to make ammonia for fertilizers. Hydrogen is used to make methanol. Liquid hydrogen is used as a fuel for rockets. Now, the two products of chlor-alkali process, that is hydrogen and chlorine, they combine to produce another very important chemical called hydrochloric acid. So let us discuss some uses of hydrochloric acid also. Hydrochloric acid is used for cleaning iron sheets. Hydrochloric acid is used in the preparation of chlorides such as ammonium chloride. Hydrochloric acid is used in medicines and cosmetics. Hydrochloric acid is used in textile, dyeing and tanning industry. Hydrochloric acid is used in making plastics like polyvinyl chloride. Now, the two products of chlor-alkali process, that is sodium hydroxide and chlorine, they also combine to give together to produce another chemical called sodium hypochlorite, NaClO. Now, this sodium hypochlorite is a bleaching agent which is used in making household bleaches and for bleaching fabrics. Now, let us discuss the second compound, bleaching powder. Bleaching powder is also called as calcium oxychloride, CaOCl2, calcium oxychloride. It is produced by the action of chlorine on dry slacked lime. So, bleaching powder is prepared by passing chlorine gas over dry slacked lime. Let us discuss few properties of bleaching powder. Bleaching powder is a white powder which gives a strong smell of chlorine. Bleaching powder is soluble in cold water. A small insoluble portion always left behind is the lime present in it. Bleaching powder react with dilute acids to produce chlorine. So when bleaching powder is treated with an excess of dilute acid, all the chlorine present in it is liberated. So CaOCl2, when it react with H2SO4, it gives us CaSO4, that is calcium sulfate, chlorine, that is Cl2, and water. The chlorine produced by this action, the chlorine produced by the action of dilute acid on bleaching powder act as a bleaching agent. Thus, the real bleaching agent present in the bleaching powder is chlorine. The bleaching action of chlorine is due to its oxidizing property. Some of the colored substances turn colorless when oxidized by chlorine. Now, let us see some uses of bleaching powder. Bleaching powder is used for bleaching cotton and linen in textile industries. It is also used for bleaching wood pulp in the paper industry. Bleaching powder is used for disinfecting drinking water supply, that is for making drinking water free from germs. Bleaching powder is used for manufacturing of chloroform. The formula for chloroform is CHCl3. Bleaching powder is used for making wool unshrinkable, and bleaching powder is used as an oxidizing agent in many chemical industries. The third product is baking soda. The chemical name of baking soda is sodium hydrogen carbonate and its formula is NaHCO3. It is also called as sodium bicarbonate. Sodium hydrogen carbonate is produced on large scale by reacting a cold and concentrated solution of sodium chloride called brine solution with ammonia and carbon dioxide. Few properties of sodium hydrogen carbonate are: sodium hydrogen carbonate consists of white crystals which are sparingly soluble in water. Sodium hydrogen carbonate is mild non-corrosive base. The solution of sodium hydrogen carbonate in water is mildly alkaline. When sodium hydrogen carbonate, that is baking soda, is heated, it decomposes to give sodium carbonate with the evolution of carbon dioxide gas. This reaction takes place when sodium hydrogen carbonate, that is baking soda, is heated during cooking of food. Since sodium hydrogen carbonate gives carbon dioxide gas on heating, it is used as a constituent of baking powder. Some uses of baking soda are: baking soda is used as an antacid in medicines to remove acidity of the stomach. Being alkaline, sodium hydrogen carbonate, that is baking soda, it neutralizes the excess acid present in the stomach and relieves indigestion. Second very important use of baking soda is in making baking powder. Baking powder is a mixture of baking soda and mild edible acid such as tartaric acid. When baking powder mixes with water which is present in dough made for baking cake or bread, the sodium hydrogen carbonate react with tartaric acid to evolve carbon dioxide gas. The carbon dioxide gas produced gets trapped in the wet dough and bubbles out slowly, making the cake to rise and to become soft and spongy. However, if we do not add baking powder, then the cake will be hard and it will be quite small in size. Now if we use only sodium hydrogen carbonate in making cake, then sodium carbonate formed from it by the action of heat will give a bitter taste to the cake. The advantage of using baking powder is that tartaric acid present in it can react with any sodium carbonate formed and neutralizes it, and the sodium tartrate salt formed by neutralization has a pleasant taste. You should note that as long as baking powder is dry, the sodium hydrogen carbonate, that is baking soda, it does not react with tartaric acid. It reacts with tartaric acid only in the presence of water. Sodium hydrogen carbonate is also used in fire extinguisher. Soda acid type fire extinguisher contains a solution of sodium hydrogen carbonate and sulfuric acid in separate containers, as you can see in this diagram. Sodium hydrogen carbonate solution is here and we have some dilute sulfuric acid in this container. When the knob of the fire extinguisher is pressed, the sulfuric acid mixes with sodium hydrogen carbonate solution to produce lot of carbon dioxide gas. The pressure of this carbon dioxide gas forces a stream of liquid to fall on the burning substances. The carbon dioxide gas forms a blanket around the burning substance and cut off the supply of air to the burning substance. Since the supply of air is cut off, the process of burning stops and the fire gets extinguished. The stream of liquid falling on the burning substances also help in putting off the fire by cooling the burning substances to below its ignition temperature. There are few more compounds to discuss. We are going to discuss those compounds in our next lecture. Thank you.